On today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the new Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens Goss Toowers. He does come with what looks to be a backpack, which you can combine already with the PZ4CO that we had a look at. It also combines with the Kylo Ren figure that we're going to be having a look at as well. Recommended for ages 4 and up, as it does contain some small parts. One notable thing to point out is probably the blaster being a very small piece. Spin around the back of the package. Other figures available are PZ4CO, Goss Toowers. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his name. It might not be, because we haven't seen the movie yet. And Kylo Ren. Combined accessories from these 3 figures, each sold separately, but you can build this. Some sort of, again, like BattleBot robot thing. Goss Toowers is part of the tireless technical crew that provides mechanical support to the Resistance fleet of starfighters. And down below, StarWars.com/The Force Awakens. I'm sure as a Star Wars fan, you probably have been there already repeatedly. You can also go to www.starwars.hasbro.com. Speaking of websites, Spot also picked this up, as well as the other figures from this set, from the folks over at Brian's Toys. They've been nice enough to give you guys a coupon code of thereviewspot5 if you would like to save yourself $5 and get the set of these for yourself. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up, but when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Goss Toowers. There's more heading away, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Let's quickly have a look at the brochure that comes with Goss. And again, I don't know if that's his correct name. Goss Toowers comes with this little probe scanning thing, but you can combine it with the PZ4CO and Kylo Ren accessories to get this. And it shows you how to connect all the pieces together. I suppose theoretically I could connect some of it together. We'll put that to the side. Speaking of the side, let's grab the thrusters that we had already had a look at. And if I'm looking at the instructions correctly, these little things that I indicated before could be held in PZ4CO's hands. I'm going to peg those into the top. Hold on a second. Hold on. We'll get to you in a second. Looking for attention. That's what he's doing. And you could line these, I guess, up to kind of close off the little clasps. But that's what we have so far. There's not much. The main oomph is going to be Kylo Ren's accessory, and that's going to sit on top. But it gives you some idea of what we are working with thus far. The other thing, too, with the weapon is that you can have him holding it. Now, he's holding it by the handle. I've also noticed there's a handle down below, too, which you can put into his hand. So I don't know which way is the more accurate way. I suppose, theoretically, this isn't going to be even in the movie. It's just something Hasbro's tacked on here. So, I mean, you can have him holding like that. It's a little too heavy. Or you can have him holding it. I think according to the instructions, if I'm looking at the instruction correctly, he's holding it. Oh, I see. I got you. He's holding it from the sides, which would explain how you can't rotate his wrists. And put the other one in place. There we go. And you have something that looks like this. Now, of course, excluding the accessories I added to the top. That's what you have to work with. And I guess if he is the equivalent of a mechanic or somebody who does a lot of repairs, this could be something that, if you had him on display, it wouldn't look all that ridiculous. Whereas I think, again, PZ4CO's accessories look a little weird on him. At least on him. So you have that. Let's take this off. We'll just put it there. We'll keep it in frame. It's done a good enough job. I'll reward it by keeping it still in this video. The other thing that comes also included with Goss Toowers is a little tiny, I'm assuming, a pistol. A little pistol. Or a tool. Could be one or the other. Or it could be one of the same. Maybe it's a weapon and a tool. When you get it out of packaging, Goss actually has it already in his hand. There doesn't appear to be any other area where the weapon or tool could be attached to him. It's just kind of, unfortunately, he's just having to hold it in his hand or put it somewhere else. We'll put that to the side as well. I like the overall design of him. I mean, I'm looking at him, and I like, part of me is like, I just want to go up to him and go, phew, and just like kind of pull down his mask. I'm curious as to know what it looks like underneath there. Maybe I'm the only one. But both the design of him on the package, as well as the design of him in the figure form, have him wearing this mask. Presumably, maybe that's what he's going to be like in the movie. He's always going to have this on because he's working the trenches, you know, the exhaust and areas, stuff like that. He's around that all the time. He can't be breathing that stuff in. So that would maybe explain why he's got the mask on. Coloring is nice on him. He's a little bit shorter as well. In fact, let's reach off to the PZ or PZ4CO that we already had a look at. You can see how proportionally this one's a lot taller than this one. Although, again, the extension of the neck, if not for that, he would probably be a little more closer to scale to Goss here. Unfortunately, though, one of the same drawbacks to the other figure that we had to look at is he's a little more limited in posability. In fact, in the way of posability, he does have a ball joint. You might find yourself popping this off from time to time, especially when you rotate the head. Because the head really only wants to stop at around the shoulder area. If you rotate it too much, it wants to pop the head off just by sheer force of everything that's restricting it. Shoulders rotate all the way around. And then he's also got a very, very limited seating. In fact, it's kind of funny that he repairs starfighters, and yet I don't think he can actually sit in one himself, unless the seat is posed in the way that you see him right now. A cute little guy. I don't know if I would call him cute. He probably wouldn't like that. I'm sorry, Goss. I'm sorry. But a decent looking figure. Again, the ongoing is I wish that it had a little more posability options, but still a pretty good figure. It's not one of the, I'm sure, the more notable characters that will be throughout the entire movie. He'll probably just make a quick cameo. He'll just be kind of walking past the camera. He might like look over quickly and then just keep walking. But it's a pretty decent figure. Again, I just wish he was a little more posable. Today we were having a look at the Star Wars Force Awakens Goss Toowers. Could be also Towers. It's Toowers, so your guess is as good as mine. Unless they say his name in the movie, we can only just guess as to the pronunciation of his name. However, one thing I can pronounce is Brian's Toys. If you guys are interested in picking up this set for yourself, you can head over to their website, use the coupon code ReviewSpot5, and again, you can save $5 off getting the entire set for yourself. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. We're also going to have a look at the other figures from the new Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch figure line. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.